So what are macros? Or macronutrients is the actual term. A lot of people use the term macro. I'm sure you've probably heard that. Macros are going to be your fats, carbs, and proteins. 1 gram of fat is about 9 calories per gram. A gram of protein is going to be about 4 calories, and a gram of carbs is also going to be 4 calories. Alcohol, just to let you know, alcohol is 7 calories per gram. I would advise to do as little of that as possible, but I'm not here to tell you what to do, just give you the information. I think drinking's bad. But just a brief rundown. Protein. Protein is a macronutrient that is essential to building muscle mass. It's composed of amino acids. Don't really want to have to get into exactly what those are. They're essentially the building blocks of proteins, and proteins are the building blocks of muscle mass. Also, pretty much everything in your body is comprised of protein. Your skin, your hair, all that stuff. It's found in meats, beef, poultry, seafood, muscle tissue from animals, in short, while fat levels are going to vary between types and cuts of meats. So that's something to keep an eye on when you're calculating your macros. Other protein sources: eggs, beans, nuts, dairy products, soy, and hemp. Fruits and vegetables contain protein as well, but the amounts are usually pretty small. Not always. Some vegetables and stuff have more than others. Carbs, carbohydrates, are the sugars, starches, and fibers found in fruits, grains, vegetables, and milk products. Carbs provide fuel for the central nervous system and energy for working muscles. They also help prevent protein from being used as an energy source and enable fat metabolism. They're classified as either simple or complex. It's essentially just the difference in their chemical structure and how quickly the sugar is absorbed and digested in the body. Simple carbs are sugars, which you would find in cookies, pie, cakes, cereal, cokes, juices. Complex carbs have more nutrients than simple carbs because they are higher in fiber and digest more slowly, typically. Examples of complex carbs would be oatmeal, sweet potatoes, brown rice, potatoes with skin, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, beans, quinoa. Fiber and starch are the two types of complex carbohydrates. Fiber helps promote bowel regularity and helps control cholesterol. The main sources of dietary fiber include fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, and whole grains. That's really all you really need to know about carbs. They're there for energy. It's a very efficient energy source for the body. Fats. The body uses fat as a fuel source, and fat is the major storage form of energy in the body, hence body fat. Fat also has many other important functions in the body, and a moderate amount is needed in the diet for good health. Fats in food come in several forms, including saturated, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated. I'm reading this from my fitness book that I've written, by the way. Too much fat or too much of the wrong type of fat can be unhealthy. Some examples of foods that contain fats are butter, oil, nuts, meats, fish, and some dairy products. Fats help keep your skin and hair healthy. They also help your body absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. They fill your fat cells and help insulate your body to keep you warm. Some high-fat foods that are considered healthy and nutritious are avocados, cheese, dark chocolate, whole eggs, fatty fish, nuts, chia seeds, extra virgin olive oil, coconuts, coconut oil, full-fat yogurt. You can do a lot of research on what foods contain what, and then you'll start to get a pretty good idea. Like you'll know the food when you're trying to put together your meals. You're like, oh, well, I need to add 40 grams of carbs, but I don't have any room for fat or protein, or I need to add 60 grams of protein, but I don't really have a lot of room left for any fats in my diet. So you want to stick with a leaner protein source. Alcohol. All I have written there is, I think that we know what this is without having to go into much more detail. I believe that is still accurate. So, yeah, I told you how to read a nutrition label. That is how to figure out what is in those foods. And that is what macronutrients are. Fats, carbs, and proteins. That is your macros. Micronutrients are going to be your vitamins. Vitamin A, B, C, D, however many of those there are. There's a lot of vitamins. Would recommend a good multivitamin if you're not getting a whole lot of vitamins in your diet. A good multivitamin, I don't think is a harmful recommendation. Be careful what you buy. I don't think that it's all products are not made equally, and just don't go out there and blow your money on stuff that isn't really comprised of anything.